Good morning. All right, another morning report. Midday, midweek. The midpoint of the week, Wednesday. All right, so I hope you're having a good day, or we'll have a good day, right? Um, Republicans, surprisingly, at least surprisingly to me, they managed to cobble together enough votes to get through their motion here, so that they can now start debating Obamacare repeal, which they did yesterday. They did take another vote on initial bill to basically do the full repeal. And it failed 57-43. 9 Republicans moved over to the other side because they didn't like the provisions in there. And that was kind of taking the whole enchilada, more or less, and doing away with it. And there are a lot of things that are not popular with the moderate Republicans who are in the swing states and things like that, Medicare reductions and things like that. Not really an honest portrayal of what's going on there with all of these things, but they're feeling some political heat, so they're doing this to try to make sure that they keep their jobs going forward when they come up for re-election. So I think they will still wind up supporting some type of repeal, but it'll be a skinny repeal. It'll basically wind up taking some portions of Obamacare and then repealing them, but leaving the majority of it intact, giving us at best Obamacare light, which is not what they promised, when they ran for election, including the president. And so, he needs to work harder to convince the senators of what they're doing, and what to do. And the question there is that, does he have enough political capital to be able to do that? We'll have to just wait and see. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and she had an aide there who, now former aide, they said they fired him on Tuesday, IT aide, Imran Awan, who was arrested at Dulles Airport yesterday, as he tried to leave the country, go home to Pakistan. His wife and child had left months ago, but he was arrested on bank fraud charges, where he tried to obtain a loan for a townhouse for $165,000, for which he was not the primary resident of, and so he's now being detained, going to go into the pokey, and they'll have to kind of get through that and see what happens there. It shed some unwanted PR publicity light on the Wasserman Schultz office that they did not appreciate, but nevertheless, they nabbed this guy, and we will have to wait and see if there's anything else that comes out of this. There's always other issues, if you think about it. Jeff Sessions, Attorney General, still plowing forward, and I think that's exactly what he needs to do, and not be distracted by all these veiled threats about getting fired and all the rumors and everything like that are out there. President has definitely thrown him under the bus on this, the Russian investigation, and I think this is undeservedly so. He's been backed up by some former Senate colleagues. I think he has gone through and been pursuing these things as best he can, and trying to unravel 8 years of Obama and what the Obama administration wrought on the American public. So this is not a quick fix type of a thing, but nevertheless, Sessions' reminder, that he was one of the early supporters of Trump. He was out, he stuck his neck out. During that period of time, I couldn't understand why he would, except that he had extreme Trump loyalty, and this is his reward now, is that he gets the AG job, and then 6 months in, there's talk about getting him fired. I think this is just sheer lunacy, frankly. Also, and then finally, Anthony Scaramucci has backed off a little bit about his overall statement about firing people wholesale in the communications in White House for leaking. I think he will try to find the leakers and get to those issues specifically, but he's trying to find the right path to trod. Doesn't want to eviscerate the communications office on the one hand, but he definitely does want to stop the leaks from occurring, and that's a good thing going forward. All right, anyway, that's it for now. Join us. You'll see, since we're not going to be live on YouTube, but you will see it in its final form. Hopefully we get our issues worked out here the Bias Post podcast on YouTube. Nevertheless, if you're still watching this at this point in time, if that does not pop up later tonight or tomorrow, just go to the Facebook page or the Twitter page for Accuracy in Media, and then watch the podcast there. It's always a lot of fun and pretty doggone informative. See you tomorrow.